So what's it like having your boy have a relationship that's all over the news? Is that like weird?
Well, yeah, it's weird.
Matt Damon, looking like he's bracing himself as JLo grabs his hand, is giving.
Get your hands off me.
The Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez love saga seems to have taken yet another dramatic twist. And this time, Matt Damon is weighing in with some eyebrow-raising revelations. Known for his close friendship with Affleck, Damon has apparently never been a fan of the Bennifer reunion. Now, with rumors swirling around their alleged split, Matt isn't holding back. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have long been one of Hollywood's most iconic duos, admired not just for their talent, but also for their rock-solid friendship.
This is a photo, I think you sent it to Matt just the other day just to go, hey, remember these dudes? Here's 17-year-old Matt and Ben in a photo booth. Look at this.
Yeah. Now listen, hard not to see that those guys are gonna make it.
Yeah, those guys clearly have star written all over.
These three actors have multiple Oscars, Tonys, and Emmys, and a Grammy. Now Viola Davis, Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon. Their movie
I like giving credit for it, but I'll sit here with a group of us who have Tonys and Grammy.
Oh my God.
Grammy's coming any day.
Is the first of your production company together. Why did it take you so long to get the company together?
Well, we probably
We've
needed
had other companies. This is just the first real company in the sense of having investment and stuff other than a sort of pass-through company.
Yeah, we probably had to do, no, it's all right. We probably had to do 30 years each making movies before people started to take us seriously.
Come on.
Do you guys have an unspoken language?
Yeah, 40-something years of hanging out together.
It's like a common frame of reference, right? I find the most wonderful thing about it was I loved coming to work every day. I loved seeing Matt. I loved, first of all, he's a genius. And having him in your is the anchor of your movie just
40-something years
makes
it took you to...
No, I didn't used to think this. But it just makes it so easy. And it was just so much fun. I don't know, it's kind of felt like just us and getting to do the thing that we wanted to do. I did. I loved it. I loved it. I miss it every day since. It was the best work experience of my life. In fact, that's the beautiful thing about this is the happiness was being able to be here every day in Los Angeles where my children are and see them every day. Have them come visit the set, work with my best friend my whole life. There's nothing more that I want in my life. I thought, well, this is it. This is what I've always wanted, you know. And then I thought that might mean I'm about to die.
I literally had the same thought. I was like, we've actually reached the mountaintop.
Did you notice that he lost the weight?
Yeah, so let's talk about that.
My
Physical
favorite thing about Ben
transformation.
is that he put me in a fat suit when I finally get to work with him. And my wife saw the movie, and I said, what did you think? And she goes, the movie is great. You look like...
I love him. He's my best friend. He's been great to me my whole life. He's a brilliant guy.
Is Ben really your best friend?
Yeah, I mean, we grew up together. I mean, you know, best friend is kind of a children's concept, really.
Right,
I mean, ultimately. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, I've known him for 35 years. We both were in love with this, you know, the same thing with acting and with filmmaking and I don't know, I think we kind of fed on each other's obsession and during some really formative, important years and that bonded us for life, I think.
So is it a bonus making this film, being able to spend more time with each other?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's
for sure.
That was one of the things that we kind of wanted to do is the idea of like, why aren't we hanging out and spending more time together since we managed to stay friends this whole time?
Plus, we hit our 50s, so. I mean,
we have not much time left.
I mean, you can see the end of the tunnel.
Over those 25 years, you know, Matt and I have just been friends and worked together in the capacity of like, you know, we show each other movies and talk and hang out. So it doesn't feel like, oh, I haven't seen this guy for 25 years. I remember you. But it is nice. It's cool to be, have written another movie with him and we loved it and we definitely want to do more of it, you know? We're just like, this is fun. Why aren't we doing this?
He told me 25 years ago, I'd be like, we made it? We're still working? Okay, good.
One of the most profound things that anybody's ever said to me when he was 20 years old, we started writing Good Will Hunting, and he said, hey, judge me for how good my good ideas are, not how bad my bad ideas are. And that, like, to me, is the most important thing when you embark on a collaborative process with somebody. It's like you gotta get the window open to throw every idea in there and like, and not be afraid to have ideas, because we all have ideas, and sometimes you need the idea, and then you iterate on that, and then they iterate on that, and then it builds into a good idea. But you have to feel free to express it.
If there's someone you want to have an inspiring, brilliant conversation with, who do you turn to?
I would love to have an inspiring conversation with Jon Stewart. I would love to talk to Jon Stewart for a month solid. Like not sleeping, just a month solid of talking to him.
It might get weird after a couple weeks.
He'll be fine. He can do anything.
I'm gonna be a little lame and I'll say Ben Affleck. He's one of my favorite people to talk to.
Cringe.
He's a conversational prize fighter.
That's true.
What can I
He
say?
could be a professional dinner guest. That's how
He could.
entertaining and smart he is.
Very funny.
Even when Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were the talk of Hollywood during their dating days, Matt Damon was often spotted hanging out with the couple. Despite being close with both, Damon reportedly always harbored skepticism about their relationship.
And now, they say the way to Ben Affleck's heart is through his Matt Damon! Romantic walk on the beach for 3, please!
So now there's no denying this is happening because Matt Damon is in on it with Ben and Jen. So they were out in Malibu, they were walking on the beach. That's a full throuple.
Definitely not a throuple, because Matt has his own wife.
Name a better, 3-couple situation.
For the record, this is not a 3-couple situation.
No, it's a 1-couple and a Damon situation. But that's serious!
They're getting married, right?
Pretty much. Everybody knows if Ben brings his girlfriend to the beach to meet Matt, it ends in marriage. Except for last year when he brought Ana de Armas. But this time is definitely forever!
Well, this was at Paradise Cove. Wasn't that at a point in Beach?
What? Oh boy, sounds like someone played it fast and loose in Malibu back in the day. But it's definitely not now.
Why is Ben in a full, he's fully clothed, he's got shoes on.
He's never shirtless, you guys. He's never in beach attire, and it drives me crazy. Yeah, it's so awkward to walk on the beach in shoes.
Wow, he's a shoebie?
No idea what that is, but we'll assume it's a guy who wears shoes on the beach and also bangs incredibly hot women. Shoobies rule! So, thanks, lovebirds! And Matt?
Matt Damon admits it wasn't always easy to be Ben Affleck's friend. In a new interview with The Hollywood Reporter, the Martian star opens up about his decades-long friendship with Ben Affleck. Matt says watching his buddy go through so much in the public eye has been painful. There's nobody who's more misunderstood. Matt only touched briefly on Ben's breakup with Jennifer Garner. He really focused the conversation on Ben's relationship with that other Jen, Jennifer Lopez, saying that's what clouded the public's perception of his friend. Quote, with his whole relationship with Jennifer Lopez, he just got cast as this person that he wasn't. It was painful to be his friend because it wasn't fair, you know? But now, Matt says Ben has been able to bounce back thanks to his incredible work ethic. Quote, he climbed from the bottom of the mountain all the way back up to the top and past where either of us had ever been.
So what's it like having your boy have a relationship that's all over the news? Is that weird?
Well, yeah, it's weird.
Matt Damon reacts to his buddy Ben Affleck's rekindled romance with Jennifer Lopez.
That got me really excited.
The 50-year-old actor sat down with Showtime's Desus and Mero on Thursday to promote his new movie, Stillwater. And when the hosts asked Matt about his BFF's highly publicized relationship, he had this to say.
I have to say, the press was particularly terrible to them 18 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So what's nice is that
they're being nice now?
They're being nice this time around.
Of course, the two, famously known as Bennifer, recently rekindled their romance 17 years after they called it quits. The two first started dating back in 2002 while starring in their first movie together, j.lo.
I'm sorry. Do we know each other?
Not yet. They quickly got engaged, but by 2003, they called off their wedding just days before their planned September ceremony. And they officially split in January 2004.
It was my first adult heartbreak. We were about to get married, it didn't work out, and it was just a bad heartbreak. Just one of those breakups that really, it was a tough one for me.
Well, the two are very much back on, and a source recently told ET, quote, they have insane on another level chemistry. They are both super passionate and are head over heels with each other, just like they once were. This time around, however, they both really feel like this is it. Yeah, That seems pretty clear, since JLo has been blowing up our Insta feed with sexy snaps from their lovers' getaway in Europe, a topic Matt playfully addressed with ET at the Stillwater premiere.
There's a lot going on in France right now. Did you call Ben up and say, what gives, man? Why didn't you give me an invite?
No, I think that's a private trip. I don't think I'd be invited on that one. I might be a bit of a third wheeler.
And while the two might be on a romantic getaway for two, Matt said Ben is never too busy to answer his texts.
They're on vacation.
In a candid interview while reflecting on Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's relationship, Matt Damon unexpectedly shifted the conversation toward his own life, offering insights into what he believes makes...
I feel really great. Yes, sorry. Christine
I got a little
Morano?
of that too anyway.
We can make each other sick.
Yeah, I woke up with it last night in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it sucks, right? It's like, you know, the voice, it sounds like we went out last night.
Totally,
Like,
it sounds like we were out till 4 in the morning.
Yeah. How's your hangover?
Yeah, I wish, yeah.
Me too.
No, I think what happened was I woke up in the middle of the night and I was freezing, and my daughter had come into the bed and got between my wife and I, and she kicked the covers off, and we had the window open, and it was that big rainstorm. So I think I was just sleeping for a long time, and I think I woke up with a chest thing.
We're just not used to it in LA. So, and it was entirely shot in China, right?
Yeah.
What was it like to move the whole family there? Because I assumed that you were there for a really long time, right?
Yeah, half a year, so.
Okay.
That was great. That was another kind of ancillary benefit to the whole thing, was my kids getting that experience of living in another culture, and I mean, I just have to assume that at a young age to be exposed to all these different cultures is going to be a good thing in the long run.
Did they learn some Mandarin or Cantonese?
A little bit,
or,
a tiny bit, but we moved around, so we didn't get headquartered in one city for too long, so we went from Beijing to Qingdao, back to Beijing, then to the Gobi Desert, so I couldn't put them in a school, so we had teachers with us. It's cool.
You know, it's funny, like last night I was talking to my Uber driver, and he was asking me all kinds of things, so like, you know, I'm interviewing Matt Damon tomorrow, and he goes like, oh, you know what, I really like this guy because he's a family guy and he doesn't have any scandals. So, I mean, I guess it's true. What's the secret?
I mean, I think I just got lucky. I married, the right person, and I'm happy.
Yeah. I mean, is it that weird?
It's not. It happens occasionally for some people. No, but I do feel lucky. I mean, I remember asking my brother that. My brother's been married now for 23 years, and I asked him probably 10 years ago, like, what was the secret? And I asked his wife separately, and they both said luck. They said luck. They said there's stuff I subsequently learned about him or her, like, after we'd been married, and they just endeared them more to me, and they could have just as easily have put a wedge between us, but so there's a lot of it where you just have to be grateful, I think.
Well, thank you so much. The secret is there is no secret.
You're very happy for Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. I know you love getting asked about that.
Right, but how else would I be? Like, would I be unhappy?
You should, I think.
Like, I hate true love.
That would be the headline.
It sucks.
That would be the headline.
Yeah. I wish them nothing but, hardship.
You could get another news cycle out of that one.
In a surprising turn of events, Matt Damon was recently spotted with Jennifer Lopez after her alleged split from Ben Affleck, setting the rumor mill ablaze. Fans couldn't help but speculate that the two were discussing none other than Ben himself.
So allegedly, at the movie premiere that Jennifer Lopez went to, Matt Damon, who is Ben Affleck's best friend, was also there. And JLo and Matt, I don't know, here's a new report. Page 6 reports Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's best friend Matt Damon reportedly had a long, deep conversation. An eyewitness told People that they posed together at the premiere and then chatted for more than 20 minutes at the after party. The source said that they allegedly, at one point, even clasped hands. I don't know if that means they were holding hands or high-fiving or what. And it goes on, yada, yada, yada. But basically, people are saying that they were at this after party, they were talking for a very long time, they clasped each other's hands. That means like hold, right? Clasping? I don't know, man. But it's kind of weird because reports also came out claiming that Matt Damon wanted Ben to basically leave Jen
because Matt allegedly thought Jen wasn't good for him and all this stuff. So I don't know, man. Hey, at the end of the day, they're all mature, respectful adults. Who cares? What's done is done, and that's that. I hope they are all happy and do what's best.
Jennifer Lopez turned heads at the Toronto International Film Festival, not just with her stunning silver gown, but with a heart-to-heart conversation with Matt Damon. Matt was been a huge support to his friend Ben Affleck during his ongoing divorce from JLo. Was seen sharing a 20-minute deep conversation with her at the after-party of their new film, Unstoppable. The two were spotted laughing, holding hands, and sharing some serious moments. Talk about friendship goals. Damon, looking sharp in a gray suit, was joined by his wife Luciana Barroso, who wowed in a plunging black gown. Unstoppable, co-produced by Affleck and Damon's company Artists Equity, is already getting Oscar buzz and hits theaters this December. It was a night of glamour, heartfelt moments, and Hollywood's most enduring friendships.
Jennifer Lopez is reportedly furious over Matt Damon's open support for Ben Affleck amid their dramatic breakup, and it seems the drama is far from over.
JLo's furious with everyone on Team Ben, including Matt Damon and Jen, source spilled. OK previously reported that Ben Affleck had been confiding in his Good Will Hunting co-star as he navigated the drama, and that was a report that came in a couple days ago that we missed, but here it is. He's been leaning on lifelong friend Matt Damon amid these divorce rumors. Matt's always in Ben's corner, as he should be. Honestly, this is the longest relationship he's had. Ben and Matt have been there for each other, had each other's back, won the Oscars, have been through Hollywood, starred in movies together. These two are the most loyal than any other relationship that either of them have had. So I would imagine that they are absolutely confiding in each other, and this reveals a lot more in it. As Ben was looking for more advice, Ben is sad about it all, but focused on his work and being a great dad and co-parenting well with Jennifer Garner. He's been leaning on Matt in his close circle of guy friends. Matt is always in Ben's corner and supportive of him, as we saw in that Dunkin' ad and everything else. Meanwhile, the singer has been spending more time with her mom, 2 kids, and her pals. With her, I didn't know JLo's mom is still around. So her mom is alive, and after calling her a narcissist in that documentary and never saying anything nice, JLo has been spending more time with her mom? Yeah. Previously reported Damon has allegedly never been Lopez's biggest fan. Matt had serious reservations about Bennifer 2.0 since the beginning, source told the news outlet, when they rekindled after their 2000 engagement. He's tried to publicly be supportive for Ben's sake, but the fact is he hates the way JLo treats his buddy and could no longer hold his tongue. Insider added at the time, claiming that the Marry Me crooner can be controlling. It's no secret Ben and JLo haven't been getting along, as he always seems to be in the doghouse. Even prior to Affleck and Lopez's trouble going public, Damon said he saw his pal out there posing on one red carpet after another, totally playing up this role as JLo's arm candy, and it made Matt nauseous. He can't stand to see her emasculate Ben. Now, this is extreme on the other side, but I do believe this. I do believe this. So I can see why she'd be upset at Matt. Obviously, she's not going to think Matt's going to side with her, but she could be upset that, you know, Matt's definitely out there telling the truth when JLo doesn't like that. JLo wants to be on her side. So there's a lot of stuff happening. Now, here's where the PR is happening, where Jennifer Lopez spotted without Ben on vacation in Italy. Now, she just canceled her tour to spend time with friends and family, but here she is with photos that just happen to show her rockin' body out on this yacht. Nobody else. Look at her. Perfect. These seem so staged. This is such a clear backgrid photo opportunity for her team to leak out some photos of her on the boat. I just find this so hard to believe that this leaked along with a source who's out there saying what's going on. The source told People that Lopez has been making a plan to travel this summer amid strain on her marriage with Affleck. Dude, I thought she left the tour all disheveled because she had to spend more time with her children and family and friends. Well, here she is doing that, parading around on a yacht in Italy. Cool. To all those people who lost tickets, Meanwhile, she gets to keep 2.5 million of all those ticket sales, but we'll talk about that another time. But it's hard to not see this and think this is clearly just a photo op to make herself look better.
Jennifer Lopez, suddenly the A-list everything in her mind celebrity wants to debut a new guy to show that she's moved on. Now, we did talk about Ben hanging out with Kit Kennedy. I believe her name is it's Kit Kennedy, one of the Kennedy members, which is so random. The Lady Killer family. If you guys have not seen my latest podcast on Marilyn Monroe, definitely go and check it out on the Let's Get Into It podcast channel. This person commented, JLo again. My goodness, her thought pattern is odd. Nobody cares about the new guy on the scene. Another person writes, she's scared of death, of appearing to be single and unwanted by men. I felt like her and Ben getting together was a deal to take the sting out of getting dumped by A-Rod. Another person writes, she's just being true to form. She's always moved on quick. She goes through them fast and moves on fast. It's her MO. And I actually really like that comment about the Ben Affleck and A-Rod because, you know, JLo was dumped by A-Rod and then she went on with Ben, and it does seem like she just can't be single, which a lot of people are like that, including myself. Like, I love to be in a relationship. But really, JLo, this is not the time. Plus, she could keep it private.
Jennifer Lopez's ex, Alex Rodriguez, shared a cryptic quote after JLo filed for divorce from Ben Affleck. Hey there, it's Charlie Neff from TMZ. So after we broke the story yesterday that JLo filed for divorce from Ben Affleck, her ex, Alex Rodriguez, took to his Insta story to post a cryptic quote, which says, you either go one way or the other. You might as well be the one deciding the direction. And he credited himself for saying the quote. Fans were dissecting the possible meaning of his cryptic quote, some saying that he feels vindicated after her breakup, while others were saying, oh, no, he feels sympathy for JLo. A-Rod has said in the past that he has no hard feelings towards JLo after their breakup, and he also said, quote, she's the most talented human he's ever met.
So this divorce is moving forward and it's public, so we're seeing some of the documents. One headline reads, JLo made one request in Ben Affleck divorce filing that speaks a ton. It looks like JLo requested the court to change her legal last name from Affleck to her maiden name Lopez. This means that once the divorce is finalized, her official name will be Jennifer Lynn Lopez, not the Lynn. Ooh, got me triggered from Jamie Lynn Spears. This marks the end of a fourth marriage for JLo and a second for Ben. And they're supposed to have a ton of work coming out together, so I don't know how this relationship is going to play out. JLo loved the attention she got when she changed her name to Affleck because it was all over the media. She said, people are still going to call me Jennifer Lopez, but my legal name will be Miss Affleck because we're joined together. We're husband and wife. I'm proud of that, so I don't think that's a problem. Their divorce comes months after reports of a growing rift between the couple. Quote, they are very different people. She's super public and more social, and he's more of an introvert and is happy hanging out at home. Another insider revealed to the outlet, another insider more like one of Jennifer Lopez's friends, that Ben has mood swings and big highs and lows, which I actually do believe. But does the world need to know about this? Quote, who he said he was and who he turned out to be were two different people.
Despite the tension, JLo has taken to Instagram to send a clear message to her followers. She's unbothered. In her recent post, JLo flaunted her glamorous lifestyle, from stunning outfits to lavish getaways, subtly showing that the split hasn't taken much of a toll on her.
Second biggest story of the day, how is Jennifer Lopez doing?
I know. Let's talk JLo.
Because the Ben Affleck second breakup just happened, late August. So that's what Instagram is for. Instagram is to show the world how you are doing. And apparently, what's an Instagram carousel, Mayor? What is that?
Well, a carousel, not a carousel. First of all, I don't know. It's not like you go around like a ride.
No, I know, but like for Instagram purposes, what is
true.
that?
So you're swiping through. So many posts in one post. Yeah.
So Jennifer Lopez over the weekend threw out a ton of pictures and saying some of the pictures had JLo licking ice cream, taking a bubble bath, holding a daisy, taking a selfie, wearing a shirt that says dream, the typical stuff that I also post. But really, it seems like she's doing okay.
Well, and the caption said, oh, it was a summer.
Oh, it was a summer. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Does JLo, Devo, need to put something like this out?
I mean, she doesn't need to, but if you make you feel good, then you, hello.
Yeah, that BT's
I
over
wake
the
up with
right spot.
BT, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Just so we're clear.
The carousel there now as well, if you're certain verified users can get up to like 16 photos. It used to be 10.
Yeah, 16, even 20. You
can go up to 20
even
more. It's a lot. So it's a lot of photos. You want to do the photo dump? That's great. You just put a bunch of photos up there. I don't think she needs to, but you know, Ain't nobody mad at it. Do your thing.
The one that I looked at was the one that says, I am unbothered.
No.
It's like I'm blessed and unbothered. There was a quote on a t-shirt, and I thought, okay. There's always more to this, but this is than we know in terms of the divorce. I get it. There's lots of things coming out, lots of stories from either side. But she's definitely positioning herself in sort of bless and block. I'm beautiful. Summer was good. Lick, lick on the ice cream, and we're moving along. Don't worry about me.
Many times when you see these, it's a message to one person.
Yeah,
not to your millions of fans.
And I think we know who that was.
Right?
JLo, got a feeling? Gonna be fine. She's gonna party a little bit.
Jennifer Lopez seemingly breaking her silence on filing for divorce from Ben Affleck.
I feel like there's a lot of life ahead of me.
The star sharing an Instagram photo dump over the weekend, writing in the caption, "Oh, it was a summer."
This is where it brought me to.
In the post, some other messages from JLo. A quote that says, "Everything is unfolding in divine order." And a t-shirt reading, "She's in bloom and unbothered, out of reach and at peace."
I've always, for better or for worse, have followed my heart.
Jen also feeling herself with a couple selfies. A snap with her sis Linda, some pics of her daughter Emmy and the fam's pets, and making some time for a little self-care.
Just having a good time.
Jen filed for divorce from Ben on August 20th, their second wedding anniversary. A source telling ET at the time, she felt like she had no other choice. She didn't want their marriage to end, but it was clear that Ben was not into it.
It's not easy, but you do your best.
Adding, the honeymoon phase was very quick for them. Their differences came out pretty early on in the relationship after they got married, and they were arguing. One of those differences? How public JLo was about their life together, especially in her documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told.
We're totally different people now, and we're the same. And we have the same love. 100%, like I'd never fallen out of love with you. I had just put it over here.
This was a big deal, I think, for Ben as we got back together. He embraced it as well and saw it happening. And again, kind of from a natural and organic way, said, I'm gonna support you.
ET's insider saying being private meant different things to the two, and it drove a wedge between them.
But things that are private, I had always felt, are sacred and special because, in part, they're private. So this was something of an adjustment for me.
I've had photographers outside my house and that sort of thing, and I've been a subject of the media where you kind of go like, that's not me, this person they're talking about, that's not me at all.
The source adding, Ben still has love for her, but couldn't handle everything that came with being married to her.
You can't plan your life. That's not how it is, and you have to just be willing to go with what happens.
So, what do you think? What role did Matt Damon play in the breakup? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.